I said a moment ago that I historically have a handful of things that I swear by in Sean Saves Christmas. I fight for in Sean Saves Christmas. If you don't know Sean Saves Christmas, it's this totally wacky, quirky Christmas show that's kind of like hanging out with me during the holidays in a home set that looks like my crazy, quirky home. And my grandma's is served every Christmas morning at my home. And it's not just Christmas morning anymore. We keep them in the freezer nonstop. And Joe can't stop eating them when they're in the Tupperware out on the counter, the lock and lock. So he kind of has a very love-hate relationship when I thaw one out. Okay, this is a sale price. It is a juicy 28 ounce. Moist as all get out. I'm gonna take a piece, eat it, and then turn it back into almost like a raw dough ball. It is so moist. And I swear by these because they have no artificial colors or preservatives or trans fats. They are amazing, they are kosher. They are my swan song of food here at the Q. And you are choosing one of the 4 flavors, getting a sale price on your screen, and choosing whether you want it to ship now in time for any barbecue, picnic, morning or night of your choice during summer, or you can wait for pre-Thanksgiving shipment, that's the first week of November, or pre-Christmas shipment, the first week of December. What are my choices? Oh, and it comes with the cute gift box. Ask me how many of these I drop off at doctors and dentists and derms and OBs and pediatricians during the holidays. It's ridiculous. It's like just back the truck up to my house and then I'll just start putting labels on.
I sure wish you liked these.
I know, it's really a shame.
A little bit.
All right, go. What are our choices?
So we've got 4 great flavors, telling everybody right now, if history repeats itself, last year during Christmas in July, we took so many orders that when Christmas in November and December came around, we had to cut back. So grab these and get them in the freezer.
Can I start eating while you do this?
You can start eating.
Go.
4 great flavors. We're going to start with something we have not seen in a while. So that's going to be what we call the Ted Williams cake. Ted Williams, an all-star Red Sox player back in the day, loved chocolate and chocolate and chocolate and walnut. So you have a choice. That's the Ted Williams. Next to that, you also have a choice of our great New England blueberry, loaded with
one of my
plump
favorites.
New England blueberries and just a hint of maple syrup. Or you can also choose from the cinnamon walnut.
The original.
The original. This is where it began. This was the original recipe, that 150-year-old grandmother's recipe. This is the cake where everybody lined up on the streets of Boston to get this cake. And if you don't want nuts, we're also giving you the option of just doing the cinnamon. Nutless, loaded with that cinnamon sugar. Something here for everybody tonight.
All right, $500 out the
go.
door, a sale price of $28. It's shipping for free. You choose ship now, ship pre-Thanksgiving, or ship pre-December. I'm gonna tell you, they stay in the freezer, you take them out, you don't even have to put them in the micro to thaw out. You sit them on your counter for a couple hours. And here is what I mean by moist, because I think it's gonna really take us back to the story in the 90s of how the brand began.
Yeah.
Which to this day, it is literally the best coffee cake in the country, if not the world, in my opinion. And here's one of the reasons why. I just took a piece, right? A piece that's already been fully baked. I squished it and turned it back into what looks like a raw dough ball. That is how moist these things are.
Yeah.
And can we start there? Like, what is, who is the brand and how do they do that?
You know what? Baked fresh, made fresh in Boston, shipped fresh for you. The cake you order tonight, if you don't get it until Thanksgiving, will not be baked until we send it to you in Thanksgiving. What makes these so great? Why does our QVC family love these enough that they made it the Customer Food Choice Award, Best Cake in 2022, because in all of the decades that we've been making these cakes for you in Boston, the size, the quality, the consistency, the ingredients have not changed. Everybody knows that when they order one of our cakes, they know what they're going to get. What keeps it so nice and moist, the secret? Well, there's no butter in our cakes, believe it or not. People don't believe that. It is sour cream.
Yeah, baby.
Sour cream on here. And look, every cake has that signature streusel all the way through. You're looking at that New England blueberry right now. Blueberries in the middle of that. No nuts in that. Loaded with blueberries on the top. And how do we load the cakes? That's what makes us different. It's people. It's bakers. It's people who have been making these cakes for years that are in our bakery, actually physically making these cakes and loading them up. Here we go.
By the way, this brand has been in People Magazine. Al Roker did a whole Food Network, I don't know, something special with them. And yet, oddly, it's so amazing what they produce out of their bakeries in Boston. I don't understand why they have not gone more mass. I travel the country. I'll even be here in my local suburban Philly.
Yeah.
And like you just go into a giant grocery store and like, why aren't these available? Do half the world out there watching even know they exist? You have to try them. This one.
Look at this.
Is called what again? Chocolate.
This is a Ted Williams.
Okay, Ted Williams chocolate.
And chocolate and chocolate. This is our original traditional coffee cake batter
that can ship right now.
That is loaded with a dark chocolate stirred in, and then more chocolate with those dark chocolate chips, and then finished off with those fresh, crunchy California Mariani walnuts in here. Let's cut a piece of this. Imagine getting this home, and you put my grandma's coffee cake on that cake plate. You're busy, you don't want to bake. We get it, we'll bake for you. And then when everybody wants to know, oh, can I have that recipe? Where did you get it? And you just say, well, it's my grandma's recipe.
It's a real grandma recipe, right? It's a real grandma recipe.
Beautiful, and look at this. Chocolatey, dense, fudgy all the way through, just loaded. You can see the chocolate on the side and chocolate on there.
Alexis,
and then the top, the generosity of what we put on the tops of these.
Blueberry, chocolate, cinnamon, or cinnamon. Blueberry, okay, hold on.
Look at that chocolate.
We have plates down here? Oh, no.
Yeah, we have plates on my side.
Perfect.
There you go. Here we go.
It's
Stay
honestly,
with us.
What happens?
She gets a little crazy when the cakes come out.
And Marie-Louise is really patient with my frenetics because she knows how much I love this item.
Too.
But the other thing is, whenever it's in Sean Saves Christmas, thanks, girl. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Not only do they sell out, but everyone hoards around because
everyone wants a piece.
And honestly, you struggle with personal control. So I should stop now, but I'm gonna have another piece. And then in 20 minutes, I'm gonna feel sick to my stomach because I ate too much and I should have stopped while I was ahead. This is how they come in the gift box.
Yeah, and remember, these are going to be baked fresh for you on demand. Literally, somebody waits for a phone call from me so they can start baking, so our bakers can get busy. If you get it now, we're gonna be baking pretty soon. If you get it later, we're not gonna be baking till later.
Chocolate, immediate ship, just sold out.
This is how it arrives to you. This will keep in your freezer for 365 days. Our cakes are kosher. Some of our QVC family has told us the way they like to enjoy these is to slice this up and then put it back in the freezer so you have slices at the ready. These freeze so beautifully. They thaw out beautifully. You could take out what you need.
You want to give this to Sam and Michelle?
They're delicious as is, but there's so many ways that you can doll these up, especially if you get the immediate ship dates on any of these right now. Think about the summer that's coming and you want to do something special. So what I like to do is I like to cut the cakes up, get myself a nice glass trifle bowl, cube it.
Like this?
A little bit of pudding on the top.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, look at that. A little bit of pudding on the top, layer it. I like to do strawberries and blueberries and raspberries and whatever fruit is fresh on there. But look at this. You've taken a coffee cake, maybe half of a coffee cake, and you've made your red, white, and blue thing, and then everybody kind of dives into it. This is exceptional for French toast.
All right, here's some updates. In the immediate ship date, we only have the cinnamon walnut, and blueberry. And only 300 in each to go around. Over 4,500 ordered in this show, with another 1,000 people on the phone lines trying to get theirs. Not even joking, this is my #1 favorite food at QVC. The December ship date, which is 12/4, so we'll keep it and only bake it when it's ready to ship on the 4th of December, and that's obviously gonna go out to you and get there just in the nick of time before holiday hosting and gatherings and dinners. So in the December 4th ship date, we are really dwindling down. In the Ted Williams chocolate, the only way you can get that now is in the December 4th or in the November 6th, but it is last call in both of those dates, 800 remaining. The other thing I wanted to say is, not only as gifts, obviously with the gift box, it's a great opportunity to just remind you, when the holidays come, I think people really enjoy gifts that go to their stomach. But I am telling you, girl, we not only eat this in the morning with coffee, coffee cake, at night, We will eat this for dessert. Joe and I will slice a piece of it and just pour a glass of red wine.
It's so good.
It's
so good. And with the 28-ounce cake, you get about 14 really nice slices out of it. So if you've got a cake and you've got a bunch of people coming over, how nice just to have this out here for everybody to enjoy a cup of coffee or tea. They're beautiful, just like this. But I like to do things like French toast. So let's say you have half of a cake left over and you have some folks over and they're staying overnight and you want to make something really special in the morning. French toasting this out with a little bit of butter in the pan. I like to do bananas in butter and a little bit of brown sugar and take something like the cinnamon walnut cake, slice it up, flip it over after it's gotten caramelized, then put the bananas in there and you make like a banana.
Do you care that I'm just
berry
basically
split.
serving all of the cake you brought?
I have never seen our cakes on the set disappear
Alexis,
like they do when
Alexis.
Sean is here.
Wait, you know what? You know what? What people don't know right now is that Rick Domeyer is getting ready to kick off a new day.
He's excited.
Okay? Hey, Domeyer, can I borrow you for a second? I don't want to give it away, but it's also an edible Christmas countdown thing that's coming up. And so he's right there. They're having a whole strategy session.
What do you think he'd like?
It's fine, just talk loud. Which one of these would you like? Because this is my favorite food at QVC, and we're having a sale price on it. You know, I've got Countdown to Christmas right now.
This is the countdown to Christmas?
Well, I mean, I know technically your kickoff is, but...
Because I'm coming up at midnight.
Right, but I'm previewing
That
what you're
one.
doing.
Do you want cinnamon walnut?
Cinnamon walnut.
Isn't this
It's
the best?
Classic.
It is.
It's the tried and true.
There you
and it's
are.
just delicious.
Yeah,
Thank
isn't it
you.
great?
And now am I leaving?
You don't have to, but remember how I showed you the dough ball?
Which was my nickname in high school.
Seriously, I think it's pretty amazing that you can do this. You take a fully baked piece of coffee cake, and then you can literally, because it's so moist, return it to its virgin raw state and
Look at
make
that.
a dough
It's
ball.
true.
Like it's a dough ball.
That's
Like
how moist our cake
that's
is.
how wet and moist, right? You're a dough ball. You're a dough ball.
See you at midnight.
Okay, bye. Enjoy.
All right.
7,000 ordered.
4 flavors.
Last call, Ted Williams chocolate. Do we not do that one a lot?
We do not.
Who is Ted Williams again?
Ted Williams was an all-star baseball player back in the day. I think 1939 and 1961
Like
in
from Massachusetts?
Boston. He was a
Oh,
Red
okay,
Sox.
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So he's got a cake. I think he has a tunnel named after him.
Well, you know
in
what?
there as well.
Your owner
Boston.
Shared with me that they do a lot around the holidays.
They do a
of
lot.
Big, like multi-million-dollar events with like pro sports teams, NFL teams with the coffee cakes. And so here's what we're doing tonight. If we're previewing Countdown to Christmas, because tomorrow
Look
is
at
June
that.
25th. And tomorrow's June 25th, so all day tomorrow is going to be a preview event to Countdown to Christmas in July, because a week from today is actually the 1st of July. This is a preview to the preview of Countdown to Christmas. And this is totally synonymous with Christmas morning at
Love
my
it.
house. So choose either Ted Williams chocolate, which has walnuts and chocolate and chocolate chips. You can only get it in the December 4th ship date. 300 remain. Each one of these is fresh baked before it's shipped and then comes to you shipping for free in a gift box with a bow on it. Cinnamon has that crusty top.
I love that. That
Oh, I could
caramelized
just eat
sugar.
the
Yum,
top.
yum, yum.
In fact, I might.
And you might.
4 dozen that can ship out right now. Blueberry. Amazing for right now. It's summer season.
Yeah.
Because it's the blueberries a lot like the patriotic you guys
Everybody
do.
loves that blueberry.
We are gone in blueberry right now that we can ship now. So we only have pre-Christmas and pre-Thanksgiving. And then the original, do you think this is a clean
Cinnamon
lemonade?
walnut. It is.
And then the original is cinnamon walnut, and that we can ship now, but not many left to go around, pre-November, or pre-Thanksgiving and pre-Christmas.
Yeah, I love this. I can't believe we're here again already. And I just remember what happened last year.
I know.
Everybody wanted these cakes, and it got to be November, December, and they're calling up the bakery going, please. Please, and they're like, but we just can't. We're not this huge bakery. We have people, 100 cakes at a time. You know how long it's going to take them to bake 7,000 cakes? A very long time. Those little elves in Boston better be thinking about it.
You freeze them. I keep mine in the freezer because
Yeah.
especially during the holidays, and especially when you tend to see more company and have events, and even like literally when Jagger got baptized and we all came home and had coffee cake, and that was, you know, in the middle of summer. But nonetheless, they sit in your freezer until you're ready to eat them, and then they thaw on your kitchen counter in like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they're
I know, they're so good. They really are.
Girl,
Very proud of this.
I thank you for kicking off a little early Christmas
It's
with
always
us.
great being with you.
8,000 ordered in the show.
Aw,
and
thank
anytime you
you.
get a My Grandma's Coffee Cake, baked fresh for under 30 bucks, no preservatives, artificial flavors, no trans fat, none of that.